Greetings everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Captain Rye, and today I've got another fantastic Fletcher match. What makes this match so fantastic? Well, I managed to score just shy of 400 points below my all-time record damage in this battle, in this ship, and almost managed to snag my all-time record, or just even tie my all-time record for kills done. Missed my record by one ship, and we're going to see that I could have killed at least two more than I did. Battle is Ice Islands, standard match mode, so no caps, which of course means most of the teams are probably going to lemming train. Without having those caps to divide the teams, this could go very bad. As the match gets started here, you'll see the witty banter in chat. Pay attention to the guy who's making those statements in chat there, because we're going to see some more of him a little bit later. Looking at the map situation, my team is pretty much all gone to the north end of the map, towards where that A cap point would be, leaving just a Tirpitz alone covering the south. So that's probably not the best situation. I'm trying to push forward here and get some early spotting done on the enemy ships so that my team can start hitting them. And there we see friendly torpedoes going out there. And I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn to the south, and I'm going to help that Tirpitz cover the south, because we definitely can't leave an entire side of our island, of our base, exposed like this. Fire shots off at that Miyoko, who's been spotted. He's sailing in a straight line. I just managed to clear the island with my torpedoes there. Now, of course, he's at max range. I really don't expect to see any of those torpedoes hit him, but with any luck, it'll scare the ever-living bejesus out of him. You'll notice in chat, somebody on our team is pointing out that we're probably going to lose one of our ships really early. I can't decide if he's talking about me being so far forward, or if he's talking about the other friendly destroyer back up there being so far forward. He wasn't necessarily talking about that Tirpitz, which surprised me, considering he is kind of isolated by himself. As I come around this island, I spot the first of many of the enemy destroyers. It's an enemy Hatsuharu. And do you remember that Miyoko that was sailing in a nice straight line? Managed to nail that Miyoko for a first blood. Wow, he probably just doesn't even know what happened. That's what you get when you sail in a straight line and you're not paying attention. Enemy Hatsuharu, the second one, has popped up. And I've decided that, given the nature of the enemy ships all shooting at me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and get out of here as fast as possible. Break line of sight, pop that smoke screen, and nearly beach myself in the process. And that would have just been a beach. Alright, bad puns. Gonna go ahead and fire off torpedoes at this Hatsuharu as he continues to sail with his engine boost active. Firing shots off. Most of the enemy ships can't hit me now because they're behind islands, so I'm in a pretty good position here to take shots at him. Managed to knock his engine out, set him on fire, take shots in there, but dodged all of them. Hit him again, and I'm just shooting him. But look, he's not turning. Holy crap, he's not maneuvering at all. It takes a special kind of destroyer captain to sail straight in to torpedoes. Wow. Okay then. Second kill in the game goes to me as well. One enemy Hatsuharu down, one more to go. And, of course, a plethora of other destroyers. They still have a Bliskavanka and a Fletcher left to go with that Hatsuharu. All three can be pretty dangerous if played right. Still covering this side of the map. The enemy team is still pushing up in this direction, so I definitely don't want to leave it wide open. Now, I am starting to get some team support back over on this side, which is good, but it might be a little too late as the enemy is pushing with their Iowa. They've got a Bismarck over there. They've got a plethora of cruisers. The enemy Bliskavanka has popped up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and fire torpedoes at him. Hey, you never know. You might get 2 of those special kinds of destroyer captains. But no, this Bliskavanka is turning. And now that Bismarck has come around from behind the island. And there's a cruiser back there. Which means I'm going to take all sorts of not appropriate fire. So I activate my engine boost since my smoke's not up. And I'm trying to motor outside of my detectability range, so that I can break contact and not have to deal with this kind of fire. Turning back now as the enemy Bismarck and cruiser are behind islands, which means even if they can see me, they can't shoot me. So I'm going to go ahead and open up on this Bliskavanka, along with a friendly cruiser or another destroyer back over there. I think it's a cruiser. And that Bliskavanka, he's kind of freaking out a little bit. And I would be too, but unfortunately he pulls an Onster and manages to beach himself. And that is going to be a beach for him, because I'm shooting at him, cruiser's shooting at him, a battleship's about to shoot at him, and I've got him ranged. He pops smoke, but it doesn't matter. I knew where he was, and my shots were already out. 3rd kill of the game goes to me. So far, the only 3 enemy team, the only 3 kills total, have been to me. But the enemy team is going to start pulling those scores back, and the match is going to equal out and actually get kind of close there towards the end of it. I have got an enemy Nagato who is sailing in a nice straight line right around this island. He's just outside of my torpedo range when I fire these, or just inside that, but if he's going to keep sailing in that nice straight line, those torpedoes are going to hit him, and with any luck, I'm going to hit him with enough to sink him. I need to hit him with at least 3. So, I'm going to get turned around. I'm not going to push forward. I see a lot of people doing this. They like to push forward. They like to play a little too aggressively, but I'm just going to sit back here. I'm going to let my torpedoes do their thing. He takes a big hit there from friendly Iowa, and it looks like he's turning he's turning away from my torpedoes, so hopefully I can get him with a complete broadside, but no, he's seen them and he's turned back. I don't manage to hit him with enough to kill him. But he is flooding for a little bit there. I'm going to try and set him on fire, but no! The kill was taken. It was robbed from me by my Iowa. Oh well, I suppose other people should get involved in the match too, right? So now I've managed to kill 3. The enemy team has only managed to kill 1 ship, but now, see, they're pulling it back. They've managed to kill 2 now to our 4. Enemy Hatsuharu starts taking fire. Now that is the Hatsuharu that we first spotted. He's still been back over there. Do you remember when I said in chat, pay attention to the guy who was making those first chat comments? Yeah, he was in the 2nd Hatsuharu that sailed right into my torpedoes. So that'll teach him to try and smack talk. Now I've got an enemy Iowa who is back over there, who is turning around. He's running away. I guess his team has decided to not push this side of the map, which is a little surprising. But not really when you consider that there's obviously a Fletcher-class destroyer over here who's murdering everything that tries to sail around this island. So I get my torpedoes off. He's well within inside that torpedo range, and he's gonna sail in a nice straight line. If I can hit him with 5, I can kill him. Then I can secure that 4th kill, and my torpedoes are looking really, really good now. Oh my god, is he going to do this? Sail in a nice straight line for me. Come on. Yes, in fact he is. Unfortunately, I don't manage to hit him with the requisite 5, and I leave him on 1 torpedo's worth of health left. Oh. Kill denied, but we're going to see more of him in a little bit. Now, I've decided I'm going to push up, and I'm coming around this island. Being wary, I don't want to get blindsided by something hiding back there, but there's a smoke screen up ahead, and no friendly destroyer in sight. The enemy team's managed to pull the scores back a little bit. So, given that there's a smoke screen up there, there's the probability that there is one of the enemy destroyers up there. And I'm going to close the distance and see what I can find. And now I got shots coming out of that, but there was only 2 guns firing, which means, to me, that is the enemy Hatsuharu. And I know exactly where he's at because his guns are giving me his position, and he doesn't appear to be moving. So I'm going to fire off a nice, wonderful set of torpedoes for him as I close the distance. You know, he could be sitting narrow in, he might be, and there he is. Surprise, motherfucker. I popped up just a split second. He probably saw me and went, oh shit. Surprise, motherfucker. Did I ever mention how much I love torpedoing destroyers in smoke? There is my 4th kill, and now I am hunting for the Kraken. You'll notice I did manage to get myself the Confederate medal earlier, which is, you know, pretty good for that early on in the game, but not a high caliber yet, and still not a Kraken. That Iowa I hit, he's on dangerously low health. He's on just 2,000 hit points. If I can hit him with maybe a full salvo and set him on fire, I can secure that kill, and I want that Kraken, but all my shots are breaking apart on impact and doing no damage. Destroyer HE is not as deadly as it always appears to be. And he's even lower health. He's down to 600 points. I get one last salvo off, but he's begun repairing that damage, so he is going to manage to slip away from death this time. Crap. And I really wanted that kill too. If I'd managed to secure that kill and the Nagato, I'd be on 6 kills right now, and that would make my end game kills even more impressive. Decide to fire off a spread of torpedoes at that other Iowa, but it's not going to matter. He's going to get himself killed by our friendly ships. Stop firing there for a second. It looks like nothing can spot me now. Even when I'm firing, everything is well outside of that range. And I notice that the enemy Fletcher has popped up, and he has less health than I do. As our team pushes the enemy capture point, we've got a pretty low health couple of ships back over there, and they are just going to provide themselves as, well, effectively as cannon fodder for the enemy to shoot at. Now, I know that there's an enemy destroyer up in that smoke screen, and I know he's within my 10-kilometer torpedo range, so I'm going to go ahead and fire off a set. You never know. Lightning might strike twice, and I might manage to get myself another destroyer torpedoed in smoke kill. I'm still looking for that Kraken. I'm still on the hunt. And I desperately, desperately want it, because when you're at 4 kills, you know you want that Kraken. I'm going to push in to the enemy base, try and, you know, force them to come back and defend, prevent them from trying to push up, as well as stop them from gaining capture points. Friendly Izumo has managed to get into their base, but he is going to die here very quickly. It looks like that destroyer is sitting bow on to my torpedoes, so those are going to miss him. Our Izumo has met his untimely end, but now I'm in the base, and I know that this enemy Fletcher is right here. So I'm going to close in, and I'm going to see if I can hit him. I'm going to surprise the fuck out of this guy. Can I do it? I know he's there. My torpedoes are available. I could use them, but no, he's moving. He's motoring along. He's not sitting there anymore, but he's so low health. I hit him, pop up out of the smoke screen, and another surprise motherfucker moment as I secure my Kraken Unleashed. Now, I've gone ahead and popped my smoke because there are a plethora of angry ships back over there, including 2 battleships, one of which is that Bismarck. And if you're well aware of what the Bismarck is capable of with its secondary batteries, you know you don't want to be spotted or even within 10 kilometers of it. Now I'm going to try and deal with this Atago back over here. I managed to set him on fire, and I've got torpedoes out at him. I'm in smoke, but I'm spotted by radar. Set that Atago on fire again. There is my high caliber medal. And I'm still focusing on him. I'm not really paying attention to the fact that I'm spotted by radar. Trying to back up out of the smoke. I know who's doing it. It's that Dmitry Donskoy over there. But his radar is short-lived, and now I'm not detected in my smoke screen. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off shots at him. I've got torpedoes in the water headed his direction, and I'm going to try and continue to shoot him with high explosive. With any luck, I'll be able to set him on fire and teach him a lesson about spotting me. That radar, though, did do its job as I took a massive amount of damage from that Atago. The Donskovoy has disappeared briefly, but he's popped back up as he's being detected by other friendly ships. Managed to set him on fire, and he's going to avoid all my torpedoes, it looks like. Yeah, he's turned into him. He's put the fire out, which is going to make this salvo all that much better, as I managed to set him on fire twice. Used your damage control party on one fire, only to get set on fire twice after it was all said and done. Now, I've got one of my torpedoes available right now, but I'm going to go ahead and hold off on using it. I don't need him to dodge and then close the range and fuck me up. If he's going to do what I think he's going to do, I want to, at the very least, be able to take him with me. But he's burning down really, really nicely as he gets down here. I'm backing up a little bit, trying to get my torpedoes in a good position. I fire them off, but looking at how quickly he's burning down, those torpedoes not necessarily needed. He would have easily died without me having to fire them off. Still, though, at ranges like these, that's a guaranteed kill. So, I've killed him, my smoke is dissipating, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it, and I'm detected right away. And I think it's this Atago over here, but if you're paying attention to the minimap, you'll notice that, in fact, what's detecting me is this big, angry Bismarck. I'm taunting in chat my next victim here. Fire off torpedoes at that Atago, managed to set him on fire. That's when I realize how close this Bismarck is, but it is too late, as he is going to finish me off with his main guns. Needed a few more seconds for my torpedoes to get back up, and if I had kept that torpedo salvo in reserve, I could have killed him too. Looking at my torpedoes, yeah, managed to take out that Atago as a final hurrah. 7 kills, 216,000 damage done. And look at how much time is left on the clock. At this point, my team, all they have to do is survive. We're up on points, we have more ships. And I'm going to type this in to chat. All you have to do is survive. We've got 2 very low health cruisers. It could be easy kills for the enemy team, which means they could pull up the ships and points back in their favor. Very low health cruisers. I think between them they have less than 2,000 hit points. So I'm just going to type into chat here at some point, I think I'm noticing it, that is basically going to tell my team, just survive. That's all you have to do. Live and we win. Enemy Bismarck has stopped firing. He's disappeared into concealment. There I go, telling my team, just live. That's all they have to do. And we also have a very low health... We have another very low health ship that could be easily taken out. But we have a full strength North Carolina. Which, of course, you know, means he's been sitting in the back camping the entire time. And this North Carolina has decided now is the time to rush in, guns a-blazing. Why? Why would you do that? All you have to do is survive. Just live. The clock is counting down. You just need to not die. And honestly, actually, even if we lost one ship, even if he died, we would still be up on points. But it's going to come down to it. Is he going to clutch our victory? Is he going to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory? Well, fortunately, the answer is going to be no. The enemy team seems to be having a very, very difficult time actually hitting him. And as a result, we win. No problems. But it got close there. It was very, very close there. And let's see how we did. 677,000 credits, 216,600 damage done. Confederate, First Blood, Kraken, High Caliber, and Flesh Wound. Very good. Top of the team for XP earned. No surprises there. that is just a pretty fantastic battle for me. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you liked the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook for semi-regular updates throughout the week, what I'm doing or planning, you can do so. You can find the link for that in the description down below. And if you'd like to support me and my channel, please do so by visiting my Patreon. You can find the link for that in the description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. This is Captain Rye, signing off.